Morning. So we're on a new job at this old French house. It's a list. So basically someone's had a lovely house built. It is very, very nice. And basically there's a lot of stuff left over that the builders didn't do. So I've been called in to get it all finished. So one of the bigger jobs is laminate flooring. So we've got two humongous bedrooms that need doing. A little room, landing area. We've got some flooring and bathrooms to sort out. So all this needs doing. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to get sorted. So basically this will be me ticking boxes off of the list. So first thing will be prep this floor because it's not been screwed down properly. So we'll get it all screwed up, get it brushed through, we're set out, and then we'll get this floor laid. Bit of a creaky floor there. Bit of an issue with the builder. We weren't happy, and unfortunately there is some poor workmanship that's gone on. So we will do our best to make it look good. Okay, that's the first 3 runs put in. It was obviously too much to ask for that wall to be straight. Even with the skirting covering the discrepancy, it wasn't enough. So this whole first line has been scribed in to get over that little issue. We are now good to go, so it should be fairly basic, just moving it across. From that corner to that corner there, it runs out by 35 mil, so there'll be cuts all the way up there, but it works out to just around a half a board, so there shouldn't be no awkward thin cuts. Not work this bit out, but it'll be what it'll be now. Yeah, let's crack on. Okay, that's this first room done. It's quite a nice laminate floor actually. It was nice and easy to fit. This wall needed to be scribed in, that wall scribed in, all on there scribed in. This is not square, even though it looks like a new build, it's not. So that slowed me down a little bit, but overall it's alright. So this will be the first tick on this list, so I'll now come through, do the next big bedroom, so this one I get done. So same again, screw this floor down. It's ridiculous, man. They've used 25mm plasterboard screws, 500 centres, if that half the time, which is just, it's just not enough. It's not good enough, so we'll screw that down properly. Get this room done. Then we get this hallway done, and then finally the little bedroom done. Right, floor's done. Next job, skirtings, architraves. I've already started, so that's the top piece in place. Let's get this door finished. sorted, I will now do the skirting. Okie dokie. Right, that's all the skirtings and architraves done in all of the rooms now. What is next on the list? I'm going to have to go onto my email and see what's next. But all done, not too painful. Some of the corners aren't what you'd call a 90-degree corner due to bad workmanship and rubbish plastering, but a bit of scraping back and a little bit of caulking on the corners, and it looks as it should do. So, right, let's see what's next. Right, okay, next on the list is doing the vinyl flooring in the bathroom. So I've brought the vinyl flooring up, and it is going to be a pleasure to lay, because there's no bathroom in here yet, which makes life very easy. That is a dream situation really, when you're laying flooring, not to have anything in your way. So it's that bathroom and this bathroom. So yeah, nice and easy. So I've got a bit of cleaning up, prep work to do. I've got all this mess to put away from cutting all the skirting and architrave, so I'll get that all sorted. Obviously I've got to caulk everything in as well, just to get rid of that little join line, so I'll do that as well. So even though I've got to start a new job, I've got to finish the other one, which is no doubt going to take hours, because it always does. Right, let's crack on. Right, first bathroom floor's been all prepared, the lining's been cut roughly to size. Lino. Well, that was fairly painless to do. I took the door stops off and kept the architraves off until I put it in to make life easier for the cuts, and it gives it a much better finish around the edges. So that's this room done. Quick walk to the next one. And same again, this is all cut nice and neat. It should look quite a nice flooring once it's all finished in here. So yeah, happy days. Right, next job. In every single room is a tiny little window like this. I've been sent a tiny little package which has got a bit of glass in, so I've got to make some framing to go around the glass and fit it in the windows. Another quick walk. I was going to buy some wood, and then I seen downstairs we have some banister left over. Well, that's perfectly beautiful wood there. So right, we're going to cut that up and use that as a window frame. Right, let's do this. Okay, banister's all cut up, and the first little frame's been made. So I'm just going to basically continue making them and gluing them all together. So we'll come back. Right, we're going to come back to the windows. So I've got to get down to the workshop and get a mate to help me build them, because that is certainly not my speciality. Next job, black. Okay, we're building the basin units, so I'm just getting it all out and set up, so we'll get that built. Woohoo! GFM and then we'll start building it. Right, that's the main carcass built. Looks like it's the drawers next. Nearly there, she says. Right, that's the drawers, mate. I have to fit a new outside light before. Is it after? Easy as that. Right, next job, fit that tap onto this sink and connect all the pipe work up, make the waste, plumb the dishwasher in. Happy days, let's get this done. Thumbs up. So I'm just putting all the fixings on this nice little tap. And then we'll see if it fits. Yes, it does. Right, I'll get that all screwed up. I've got the waste to fit as well a bit later on. So I've got to go off and get all the pipe work, obviously. So I think we'll just come back when it's finished. Right, this wasn't on the list, but it's been added to the list. So as you can see, after the stairs was fitted, there's a bit of making good to do. So I'll put a tight coat of skim over that, put a bit of beading down the edge to hide the gap. And yeah, try and fix that. Right, the list. Down here, this is the downstairs bathroom. There's a lot of work to do in here. All of the walls are getting painted and the ceiling the whole way down. The beams are going to be getting painted. First job though, the unit's already been built up by someone else. My job is to fit the sink, all the fittings onto it and mount it to the wall. Also get this bath put in. There's the waste, there's the piping for it, so we'll get that in. First things first though, is I'm just going to get that built up and out the way. Let's start. Very forward, I'll come back when it's all fitted. Right, another one on the list is just do some little bits of skirting in this downstairs toilet. So the tiles have been cut. Right, let's carry on with the list. Right, the list continues. Like I said, there was painting in here. Well, I think I said there was. So I put the first mist coat on. Here's a pain reaching over all of this and trying to get up the top there off a ladder. But we're getting there slowly, and also the utility room, which is where I'm working now. Same again, got loads of paint around. It's not the easiest job. But it's always a pleasure, never a chore. Right, let's come back when this is all done. Thought I'd do another little update with the painting job. Pretty much ready to do final coat, I think. So it's had a couple of mist coats, it's had a coat of normal paint, both rooms. Extremely tedious job, awkward getting over all the bits and pieces in the way. But yeah, painting's rubbish. I don't like painting, it's boring. But I'll get it done. Okay, it is pretty much all finished, painted in both rooms. I got to get a small roller to get behind there.
and a couple of other little places. This has been a real pain to do, especially trying to reach over that shower area, but I've just got the beams to paint. 2 in here, 1 in there, and then it's all good. So happy days. Brown paint. 1 beam with its first coat on, and we've got 2 more beams in here. The reason they're getting painted up is there's a mismatch in colours between the 2, so it looks a bit naff. So on the list it said to paint them. So this job's all about the list. I'm doing what the list says. I'm now going to go upstairs. The threshold strips arrived earlier today, so that means I can get them fitted with the laminate flooring. So I'll go up there, so that'll be the next job. Right, whilst the paints are drying on those beams, threshold strips. We've got a pile of threshold strips, and I've fitted the first one. So that's number 1. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get it done. Right, these are quite good threshold strips. These are quite sturdy. Same as always, just cut them out to the shape that needs cutting out to. And then you put these on, centre it up down the middle, drill your holes, 6mm pilot holes. Lined up, it's got a sticky back, so you just undo it and then hammer it flat. So I just set that up and then we'll hammer it. Right. Sometimes it's pressing quite easily, sometimes it don't. So a bit of wood to spread the load. I actually put a pencil mark where the little plastic pegs are, so you don't get snapping them if you're off to the side. And yeah. Right, one of the jobs on the list is to do all the plumbing. I'm not a plumber, but I can connect stuff up, but trying to do this job has been a nightmare because trying to get all the different pieces has been a right nightmare. So I literally took everything apart, took it down the shop. I had to go to 4 different shops, believe it or not, to find all the different components. Nothing is ever easy in France when it comes to this sort of thing. But eventually I've managed to source most of the things I need. So I will proceed to put it all together. I'm going to do it and take it out, that'll make life easier. Ta-da! This is the utility room. I've just built this morning. It's another one on the list. So as you can see, this marvellous setup is going to go and be replaced by this nice new unit. We got worktop over there with a pre-cut sink somewhere around here. There it is. There's a little round basin in there. So we get all that together. I'm just going to do it before and after because my GoPro is not charged up. So yeah, we'll put that in and we'll come back afterwards. Thumbs up. There's my thumb. Right, the utility room. Got to plumb this unit that I built up earlier. So I've put the brand new fittings on that I bought earlier this morning, so that's all done. I've now just got to cut out to allow for the waste pipe in them. So cut out the back of this carcass.
typical. Where the pipe is basically here. I really didn't want to cut this out, but it looks like I've got to. There's no movement on the pipe, it's already been glued and fixed. Let's come back and see what I do. Okay, bit of effing and blinding and that fitted. As you can see, the pipe work was exactly where you didn't want it to be. It would have been nice to have had all that hidden in just this little access hole there for the fittings, but it doesn't always work out that way, unfortunately. Such is life. Right, I'm going to get that all plumbed up and then happy days. I've just connected up all the waste. I'm just messaged the client to see if they're happy to fork out and buy longer flexi hoses rather than adding on to that. Trying to get bits over is a pain in the ass. So we'll see what happens. But this room is pretty much done now. There's a fridge freezer going there. Little bit of a paint. I thought the cabinet was moving over this way a bit more, so I've messed that up. So I add a little bit of paint down there, and then we're all done. Okay, the utility room, as far as I'm concerned, is finished. Last job was doing that tiling. So in this room, everything got painted, been painted, walls painted, built that unit up, plumbed it all in, did the tiling. That is the whole room ticked off the list. And same again, this is the downstairs bathroom, all finished as far as I'm concerned. So finished building that unit up and plumbing it all in. Painted all the walls, all the ceilings, the beams. Everyone ticked off the list. Okay, upstairs. Everything on the list is now done, bar the windows. So all the doors have been put back on and cut. Threshold strips, as I showed earlier in the video, all done. And one of the other jobs was to build up this unit in here. The bathrooms are going to be getting done later, but I built all that up ready because that was on the list. There's been a slight change of plan with the windows. They want them to open, so we've got to sub that out to another contractor. We'll deal with that another day, but yeah, that's upstairs done. And stairwell area, I'm just cutting that in. That's all ready to go. It just needs one final coat, but the rest, as you can see, is all done, all looking quite nice and tidy. Fixed that mess, feathered that wall out because there was a bloody line along it. That's all done, all nice, happy days. I showed this earlier in the video, I do believe, saying it was all finished. I was really struggling to get the connectors for this white pipe, so I called up a friend, he come round and had a look, and it turns out this is how bad this job's been. That is actually underfloor heating pipe, so not really purposely made for some of the connections that I was looking for, hence why I couldn't find them in a lot of the stores. We ended up having to go to a specialist store down in Villeneuve, which is one of the local bigger towns, where they actually sell that product, so we could get connectors, compression fittings that fitted that size, which then allowed us to get an adapter to then fit these flexi hoses. So eventually we got there, but it's just like what should have been quite an easy job turned out to be 6 different stores I ended up visiting to get all the various bits. It's never easy over here anyway when you're getting plumbing bits. I've been told that multiple times by various friends. But it's all done now. We have running water in all of the rooms. I'll just walk through into the kitchen. This is now all plumbed in. I've just got to go get the waste and fit that in, so that's my next job. I'm just going to go do that now. Ta-da! Right, that's that all plumbed in. Right, that is the list all completed on this project. It wasn't too stressful getting it all done. Onwards and upwards to the next one.